listening to the Art of Homeschooling podcast, where we help parents cultivate creativity and connection at home. I'm your host, Jean Miller, and here on this podcast, you'll find stories and inspiration to bring you the confidence you need to make homeschooling work for your family. Let's begin. For years, I tried to squeeze in a main lesson block of lessons in the month of December, despite the fact that my mentor, Barbara Dewey, suggested otherwise. Barbara told me, don't try to do a full main lesson block during the month of December. I'm embarrassed to admit that it took me years to integrate that advice, years of pushing through with lessons because I didn't want to fall behind, whatever that means, and then I would feel like a failure. Welcome to episode 111, my friend. This week, I'm sharing with you 10 December homeschooling tips, plus a bonus. I asked my homeschooling buddies to chime in with their tips too, so listen up for some tried and true homeschooling advice based on years of experience. Okay, here are the tips. I'm going to run through them and then I will just describe each one individually. Number 1, keep it simple. Number 2, make it hands-on. Number 3, start with stories. Number 4, play games. Number 5, serve others. Number 6, make time for fun. Number 7, eat healthy. Number 8, start anytime. Number 9, learn while traveling. And number 10, just don't. Plus a bonus tip at the end. Okay, here's number 1, keep it simple. Here's what my homeschooling friend Rebecca says. Keep things simple and slow down during school time. Decorate slowly and make gifts and decorations all month long. Pick one story for the day or week and do a craft that goes along with the story. Cultivate a practice of inner work for yourself during the kids' nap time or quiet time. That's from Rebecca, who's a homeschooling mother of 4. For years, I tried to do our homeschooling lessons and then add holiday activities on top of that. And when I finally let go of full-blown formal lessons in the month of December, I was able to see more possibilities for integrating holiday preparations with homeschooling rather than keeping them separate. Homeschooling is so much easier and more fun when we let the holiday celebrations, traditions, and routines take center stage at this time of year. More simple equals less stress. That's why the masterclass for December every year inside Inspired at Home is handwork plus stories. We pair wonderful children's books with amazing handwork projects. We have over 15 of them at this point in the masterclass, and you can come join Inspired at Home to join in with us. We'd love to have you. Number 2, make it hands-on. Hands-on learning is fun, engaging, and helps make the learning more memorable. I encourage homeschooling parents to weave the lively arts into lessons. Storytelling, music, movement, poetry, drama, painting, modeling, and drawing. So often I hear from homeschoolers that it's hard to find the time for hands-on learning. Well, now here's your chance. That's what you can do during the month of December. Tip number 3, start with stories. You might think in terms of choosing a few songs and verses for your warm-up time that are related to the season, and then select a book to read that you can pair with an activity like baking, making a holiday gift, or painting. Just a few examples might be read the story Sunbread and bake bread. Or read the wonderful book, Trees of the Dancing Goats, and make tree ornaments. Super simple and super fun. If you want book ideas, check out my 50 plus wholesome winter holiday books for children. You'll find so many family favorites there for all ages. And you can find links to everything I mention in this episode over in the show notes at artofhomeschooling.com/episode 111. Tip number 4, play games. Games can be so much fun and are actually great for learning all kinds of skills. In our family, we had family game night once a week. Here is a great list of our family's favorites. I include them all over in my article on best games for family game night, which you can find in the show notes, but also here's a direct link, which is artofhomeschooling.com/family game night. Tip number 5, December is a great time of year to plan a service project as a family. Perhaps it's collecting coats for kids, preparing a meal for a Habitat for Humanity crew, or serving a meal at a soup kitchen. Look for local opportunities to help out families who are less fortunate than your own. Our local newspaper includes lists of these kinds of opportunities every year at this time of year. And service projects really help us connect with our kids and also with our communities. Tip number 6, make time for fun. There's so much fun to be had this time of year. So again, my advice is to keep it simple. Choose just a few things to do together as a family and be sure you choose some things that you enjoy. Here's a tip from Dominique, who's a homeschooling mom of 2. She says, get into the magic of the season in a way that you love. Get creative with crafts, decorations, baking, and gift giving. Make sure you enjoy your projects. Otherwise, adjust your plans. It's your December too. Tip number 7, eat healthy food. My favorite way to eat healthy during the holidays is to meal plan and to keep things super simple. I use a wonderful online tool for meal planning called Plan to Eat, where you get to collect all your recipes in one place from your cookbooks or on the web, from wherever, and then you can drag and drop those recipes into a calendar and create a grocery list for going shopping. I always fill up December's meal plan with healthy dinners, not just any healthy dinner though, but dinners that I know are our family favorites so that we can be sure to eat well when there might be extra treats around. You can check out Plan to Eat and sign up for a 14-day free trial with my referral link, which is artofhomeschooling.com/plan to eat. Here's a great tip from Sarah, a homeschooling mother of 4. She says, sugar may be unavoidable, but you can prevent messy mood swings or breakdowns by putting out a plate of carrots and cucumbers right before a meal, serving a fun salad on dinner plates first, planning high protein meals, or by getting outside and going for a walk or playing for 10 minutes after sugary treats. Check out the hacks from @glucosegoddess on Instagram for managing sugar overload during the holidays for yourself and your kids. Tip number 8, start any time. So often as homeschooling parents, we feel behind. Just generally, we feel behind, like we should have started sooner, like we really blew it again, like we're not going to get through everything that we envision. No worries, my friend. You can start right where you are. It's not too late, I promise. Here's some more great wisdom from Sarah. She says, you can start an Advent or solstice countdown anytime. It doesn't have to be the first Sunday of Advent or December 1st. You get to decide. Start whenever and make up your own rhythm. It will still be magical, and your kids will never know that you were supposed to count down every Sunday or for 25 days. Even if you only have 2 weeks until solstice, you get to decide when you'll light those 4 Advent candles. If you want to do a daily countdown, you'll have the most flexibility if you're setting up your own, such as a path of paper stars for Mother Mary or Mother Earth to travel, where she might travel 1 star each day around a spiral. Or a salt dough ring with 1 candle to light each day. If you want to count down the 4 weeks of Advent, just pick 4 days to light your 4 candles. It can be any day. Do it your way. Tip number 9, learn while traveling. If you're traveling during the month of December to visit family or friends, remember that can be part of the learning. We take in so much while traveling, a sense of place, reading maps, seeing new landscapes, meeting new people. Here's a great tip from Allison, a homeschooling mother of 3. She says, we usually had to take a big road trip to Arizona during the holidays when the kids were growing up. It was a special, spacious time as we were not tied down by school schedules. During these holiday journeys, we really enjoyed exploring Tucson. Lots of hikes and lots of delicious Mexican food. Over the years, we were able to get a real sense of place, to absorb a lot about a region very different from where we lived in the Midwest. Tip number 10, just don't. Here's a great piece of advice from Robin at Waldorf-Inspired, who's a homeschooling mother of 2. Would it be fair to say that my top tip for homeschooling in December is to not homeschool in December? At least through grade 8, it was such a relief to just sink into the holidays and the activities that they bring, instead of resisting it for a month straight while I tried to force school to keep happening and then getting really grumpy about it. Homeschooling can equal freedom, but only if we let it. Savor all the community events, movies on the couch with cocoa and popcorn, secretly plotting together on family gifts, reading aloud a book together as a family, contributing to or working at local food banks. There's so much value and learning to be had in all of it. And here's my bonus tip for you. Take good care of you. Remember to spend some time alone this season. It can be a wonderful opportunity for reflecting on the year that's passed and looking inward, getting quiet and looking inside yourself. Remember to take good care of you. Here's a great tip from Jody at Living Music, a mother of 3. Jody says, we celebrate the Christmas season full of joyful and festive activities. It's the busiest time of year for us, for homemakers, home educators, as we hold the key to making this season successful for the entire network of family and friends. It can get stressful for us, so take extra care of yourself and start your day early by yourself before your kids get up, with the intention to have reverence and joy in your heart this month. You will be surprised how much energy you have for the entire day when you fill your cup up first. May you receive all the goodness that this family life has to offer. And there you have it, 10 December homeschooling tips. Here's a quick recap. Keep it simple, make it hands-on, start with stories, play games, serve others, make time for fun, eat healthy food, start anytime, learn while traveling, and just don't. And your bonus tip, take good care of you. I hope these tips help you think about what you want as you look at homeschooling through the holidays, so that you can find ways to do less and connect more with your children and family. Here's a great question I got recently. I would love to have a sampling of crafting and homemade gift ideas suitable for different ages, so I don't have to search and search. Inspiration and ways Waldorf-inspired homeschoolers get through the December holidays. Well, you're in luck, my friend. Join us in the Inspired at Home membership community where we have a Handwork Plus Stories masterclass full of 15 plus pairings of beautiful stories of the season with hands-on crafting and gift making tutorials. You can choose to do one story and project a week for the month of December, or really any time throughout the holiday season. When you join the Inspired at Home membership, you also get access to all the previous masterclasses, which at this point is over 30, plus a warm and welcoming community of homeschoolers from all over the world who share what's working for them. Check it all out at artofhomeschooling.com/inspired-at-home. And don't forget to go have a look at the show notes for this episode, which you'll find at artofhomeschooling.com/episode 111. Wishing you a fun, relaxing, and connecting month of December with your family. Thanks for tuning in today, and I'll see you next time.
That's all for today, my friend. But here's what I want you to remember. Rather than perfection, let's focus on connection. Thanks so much for listening, and I'll see you on the next episode of the Art of Homeschooling podcast.